This would confirm a pattern or theory that I think is going on this year, which again, this is September 17th. And I think Mother Nature knows something we don't. I think we're gonna have a bad winter. All right, so as you can see behind me, we have a Bald Faced Hornet's nest. I'm curious because I think the queens may have already evacuated this nest, which if that's the case, that's about 3 weeks early for us here. This is September 17th, so this would be 3 to 4 weeks early. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the bee suit on, treat it, scrape it down as if it is active, because the workers could still be in there, but the queens could have already evacuated it. So we're gonna get it taken care of. So I am going to go ahead, I'll stand on my case here, and then I will use a fumigant, and then I will use the dust, and then I will scrape it down. But my gut, I've been watching this for a minute or two, my gut is I think this is evacuated already. And if it is, this would confirm a pattern or theory that I think is going on this year, which again, this is September 17th. And I think Mother Nature knows something we don't. I think we're gonna have a bad winter because I had a lot of rodent activity in August, late August, at a lot of our commercial facilities, which normally that activity does not happen until September, this month. But I've also noticed a bunch of spiders pushing against house foundations early this year too, which again is also early. Which leads me to believe that they know something we don't. I had always thought that insects, nature, deer, things like that moved because daylight hours shortened. And that was what really triggered them to move. Move meaning getting ready to overwinter, do things like that. But now I'm starting to wonder if there isn't something else that maybe they're tuned in that we're not. Don't want to get woo-woo, but maybe electromagnetic, something to do. Because I would have no idea how the spiders would know that we're going to have a hard winter in 3 months. But definitely appears to be something going on. All right, grabbing my handy dandy Kroger bag, of course. And we're gonna take off our Webster brush, take this off, put on our scraper, so we can scrape this off as cleanly as possible. Because even if it's dead, we want to remove it because everybody's gonna go, ah! And again, even though I think this is evacuated, the workers could still be in there, and I would be a fool to pretend that this is not active and go up there and hit it like an idiot. So let's see. So I think it has been evacuated. And I think the workers are still in there. So what'll happen when these queens evacuate is the workers will still stay in there, and they will quite literally just starve to death with no direction or no plan from the queens. They will literally just stay in there and starve to death. Caught him. See if I can bring you over here and, so again, we've got a hornet. That's a pretty full-size one. It's probably been alive most of the summer, if not all summer. But they will die here rather quickly. I'll put out of his misery. And now what I'll do is I'll begin to scrape this down, remove this, throw it in the bag. But yeah, I think the queens had probably already evacuated. So a nest this size that'll have 300 to 400 in it will have a couple dozen queens. And then what happens is they'll lay a round of queen larvae. They will feed them, mature, they will hatch, they will go off, and then they overwinter. Leaf litter, attic spaces, basements, crawl spaces, and then through the law of large numbers, if the winter's not hard, birds don't eat them, things like that, then if 36 queens come out of this nest and if 18 survive, that's how they perpetuate year after year after year. So nest was definitely evacuated. But as you could see there initially, there were still a couple dozen in here that hadn't completely starved to death, died, whatever. Try and scrape this off as clean as we can without scraping the building. Clean this up as much as we can, and as I've said before, the cold, the wind, fall and winter will take care of a lot of this as it breaks this down and blows this off this building. take you over here. We will we'll look at this nest. So as you can see here, again, you know, just hundreds of galleries. You know, the combs on top of each other. There's one hornet down in there, one bald-faced hornet, as you can see. Pretty mean looking critters. Gotta go get my bag here. Again, I'm just gonna clean this up as much as possible. It's not gonna be perfect, but literally just throw it in the bag and we'll throw it away in the dumpster when we get back home. So there's one that was inside there, still covered in that dust. Go. And pick these up here on the ground as well that are around it, because something to remember is that their stingers will stay active. And so if you step on these with a bare foot, that venom sac will still be active in them. So I don't want to leave these here for somebody to accidentally step on. All right. Tie this up. That is that. And then I'm going to show you where this is at here. So this is right along a mature tree edge. So you can see it's a big mature wood line. So where they're at on that building, I mean, that's perfect. They've got prime hunting grounds here. There's water behind there. And so this is perfect for them to be able to hunt, build a nest, and just do what they need to do. So that one is all done.